yourself?
Hear myself.
Can you hear yourself? Hear yourself?
Yeah. Right.
Check 1 2 2 2.
And we're live.
Welcome to the Big Hammock Podcast. I am your host, Zac Sherer, along with our co-host, Travis Cecil.
What's up?
We are the producers of the Big Hammock movie. Tonight we have a fun one. The guest is super special to us. We're honored, and we do not take that word lightly. We were honored to have her on our set of the Big Hammock. Her team made an appearance at Squatchtoberfest in the movie. They shared their Bigfoot testimonies at the end of the movie. This is the founder and lead field researcher of the Mid-Florida Bigfoot Research Group, Marie Dumont.
Yay!
Welcome to the show.
Marie, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here. I truly appreciate
We're
the
excited.
invite.
We're excited.
Yes.
And of course, in the background, we've got our director of the Big Hammock in the background, Malcolm Sears in the studio, running the board. I think we need to get Malcolm a camera set up over there.
Yeah,
What do you think, Travis?
We definitely got to have that other angle.
It's not in the budget.
I'm glad that he's back on the soundboard because my wife actually tuned into the last show.
Yeah.
Ripped me from start to finish. She's like, you don't know how to fade. You don't know how to bring in this. And I'm like, come on, man. I've never ran that before.
So, speaking of the last show, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Because speaking of the last show, the one that was aired, and we've got some that are going to air in between that,
Yeah.
but it was the last show was the Ocala Drive-In.
Yeah.
14th anniversary, 175 people attended. We did our live podcast there. Before we get deep in this episode, listeners, thank you so much for your support. This is the first podcast since we did our Ocala Drive-In premiere. You all showed out. There were 175 people who attended that. 14th anniversary, drive-in reopening. If it's your first time listening to the show, we started these podcasts promoting the original premiere. It was May 16th. It's hard to believe, Travis, that was just 3 months ago.
I know. Time
You know,
to fly.
we've already had over 100,000 views. I think I looked the other day, we're at like 106,000 views on our YouTube page total on that. We're at 230-ish subscribers on our YouTube page, 232.
Yep.
And then Travis just gave us something pretty cool last night. He just found.
Yeah,
Go
it's
ahead,
crazy. So Spotify and Pandora, I guess, are joined together. And then it also says other, but still trying to figure out that. But a collaboration of all the people listening on Spotify and Pandora, we got up to 1,000 listeners on that right now.
1,000 listeners. So, listen, I'm going to suffer a little humility here, Marie, real quick. And, you know, if anybody's a first-time listener, or if you're out there listening in Spotify, or you're doing, Pandora, listen, just about everybody's got a YouTube app on their phone.
Yeah.
And it's free. Switch over to that app. Hit that subscribe button on the YouTube page. Listen, we're not making any bones about it. We are trying to make this movie get promoted across everybody's phones and get on the algorithms and all that kind of stuff. So it just starts popping up and people start wondering, hey, what's this Big Hammock movie about? That starts with everybody subscribing to our YouTube page.
Okay.
We need to get, I think it's over 1,000 subscribers. We've said for the longest time our goal is 500.
Our first milestone is 500.
500.
And then we can start doing, super chats, different things like that, starting to bring in, a little bit of revenue here or there, and that'll start that. And then once we cross over that 1,000, sky's the limit.
Yeah. So, listen, again, full on humility. If you've already done so, thank you so much. Whatever platform you are listening to, I mean, we're on Amazon, we're on
Apple,
Audible,
Spreaker,
iHeart. Cross over to that YouTube, hit that subscribe button, help some poor old boys out. How cool would it be if this movie takes off and you can say, yeah, I was listening to those guys in the beginning?
Yeah.
That would be super cool. And that brings us to you, Marie.
Yes.
You were around you are somebody who can truthfully say, I was around at the beginning.
I was around in the beginning. Absolutely.
Tell us how you met Malcolm.
I don't know.
He just kind of popped up one day.
Okay.
All right.
So yes, Malcolm, you emailed me, I believe.
Yep.
But I don't know how you found me and my group. I'm just curious.
So when I first started the process of making the movie, as far as the script and before I really casted anybody or anything. But in the script process is when I was doing all my homework, trying to cast people or whatever. And I went to my Uncle Charlie, and I was telling him I'm making a Bigfoot movie and asking if he wanted to be in it, you know, small part, whatever. And he mentioned, he was like, "Oh, are you gonna have like tree knockings and Sierra sounds and all that stuff?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And he said, "How are you gonna make a Bigfoot movie and you don't know a thing about Bigfoot?" And I said, "Good point." So he's like, he had an extra ticket to the Bigfoot conference, and so he's like, "You're coming with me." So when I went there, I already had a plan. I'm grabbing every business card or contact info as possible, and I obviously had yours. So I had a whole like handful of cards, and I reached out to every one of them. And I did have like 5 responses. A couple of them were busy during the Squatchtoberfest or whatever.
Which was the main reason that you wanted to see if she wanted to be a part of the movie was the Sasquatch Fest.
Right, for the Sasquatch Fest, because the festival in the movie, I wanted it to be as legit as possible.
Right.
As much as you can, as far as it's never going to be as big as at the equestrian center.
I'll go ahead and I'll tell you right now, I was super stoked to have you at Sasquatch Fest for the movie, because for me, it legitimized the film. That's in my mind, anyways.
Well,
like, you know.
No, it didn't. It felt real.
Well, and I think that's like the confidence I had too, because when you reach back and you're like, "Yes, I'll definitely be there." So then everybody else that I had invited there had nothing to do with Bigfoot. There was actually people I knew that just went to craft shows and stuff like that. So they're like, "Should we make stuff of Bigfoot?" And I'm like, "I got the real deal coming. Don't worry about that. You just bring your craft stuff. I got the real deal." So whenever you show, and so my buddy Drew is a huge Bigfoot enthusiast. So when I told him you was coming, he couldn't believe it. He's like, "Oh, how much do you have to pay her?" I said, "Bro, I'm in there like swimwear, bro. Don't worry about that. Me and her, you know, we're good. Bro. She likes us. She likes us. We're good." So it was super cool that you was wanting to do it. And I feel like it did legitimize the squat. Although we would have done it either way, it just wouldn't have looked as legit, you know, because you brought all of your stuff. So
is that where you kind of recollect things? Is that he reached out to you via email and you were like, "This sounds cool. Okay, we'll do it."
Yes.
Now, did you have to did you make that decision on your own, or did you talk to the team? Because I'll tell you, we've had people reach out to us, right? And we're, Travis right away is just already looking at people, seeing if they're real, seeing if they're scammers, whatever it may be. Walk me through that. Was it like hey, what do you guys think about this? Or was there somebody?
No, I made the decision
You right away,
there.
like, yeah, we're in.
I'm like, I don't know about them, but I'm going to do it.
Nice.
Okay. So what did you think about being on the set for that Sasquatch Fest
Oh, it was
scene?
so exciting.
Yeah.
It was really exciting.
It was fun that day. And like
was.
Travis said, Travis, obviously collaborated with Malcolm throughout this whole process of everything. And he really wasn't able to get on the scene very much because of his job. But he made it to that one. And Malcolm was very, very upfront, like, "Travis, you got to come to this one. Like, there's way too much moving stuff going on here." And when Travis got there, he was like, "Dude, this looks like an actual Sasquatch Fest. Like, it looks like an actual festival," is what he was saying.
Oh, yeah. It even felt like it.
Yeah, it did.
Because you had vendors there.
Yeah.
You know,
They was making money
it was
selling
like
their
they were
stuff.
actually selling stuff. They were actually doing
They
stuff.
were.
I'm like,
They were.
wow,
His
this is
kids
really cool.
hustled me out so much. It was funny. I think it was Audra. Yeah. She comes up to me. She's trying to sell me something, and the price tag on it's like $10. She's like, "All right, well, for you, since you're family, I'll sell it to you for $5." I was like, "I don't know." They're like, "Well, I mean, maybe I could do 3." I'm like, she was hustling every chance she could. She definitely made some money that day. I think they both made some money that day.
A lot of the vendors, they made more money than we did. And we filmed it.
They made more money than we did in the whole entire film. Yeah,
that was what was really cool about it. You weren't just like acting. Mm-hmm. It was really happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You had people come. We had people coming to our table, looking at our casts and stuff.
I will tell you, that was the wildest thing when you busted out the cameras, and I had to run the lines on that stage, and just looking out across there, and everybody was kind of At first, everybody was glued to me. And then Malcolm had turned around and said, y'all act like you're doing something for real.
And don't look at the camera.
Don't look at the camera.
That was the second shot.
Yeah.
The second shot, everybody's just looking at the camera, zoomed in. All right. we had to do a couple shots just to get our people in order.
Miss Marie, what did you expect before you got there? Because we had never met in person before that. So what was you expect? Did you even try to do any homework? You're just like, hey, we're just going to show up and kind of see what
we're just going to show up.
I got you. Okay.
We're going to show up, set up our stuff, just do what we normally do.
Mid-Florida Bigfoot research is our kind of people.
Yeah.
Because that is exactly our style right there.
Exactly.
Sure.
That's
Okay.
it. And I loved the vendor we were next to. We were next to
That was Drew. That was Drew. Yeah.
the guy with the antiques, with the egg.
Oh,
The Sasquatch
yeah,
egg.
that's
Okay.
Stephen Trickle, yeah.
Oh, he was awesome.
Yeah, the petrified Sasquatch.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Oh, I want to get into that one.
Because you guys walked around and said, hey, you got to come up with a story. And we're like, okay, well, we got
This is
real
easy.
stories.
Yeah, real stories,
This is
yeah.
easy. But the guy next door, next to us, he's like, oh, I'm going to use this egg, and I'm going to say it's a Sasquatch egg. And I'm like, oh, for God's sakes.
I literally almost dropped my camera because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah,
It
so,
was
so
so
Travis didn't know which ones were going to be real or which ones was outside of y'all. Obviously, y'all are part of the real research group because there's some people that just had made up ones.
Like he knew I was making up my story because it
Right.
was going along with the theme of the movie. So
Right.
like he, and obviously, but yeah, he knew that there were people who were telling real stories and there were people telling made up stories.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when he told that story about the petrified dinosaur egg, Travis said, I could see him too.
Oh,
I
my
was
God.
like, bro.
That
He
was
got me on
funny
that.
because he told me he was going to do that ahead of time, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, for gosh sakes!"
I just love at the
Well,
end.
at
He's
least-
like, I like at the end. He's just like, I'm just waiting for him to come sit on it.
yeah, right.
At least we know now, because this whole time I've been taking that guy serious, and I was like, "There's no way that he believes." So we just let him go with it, man.
Is that even part of the Bigfoot mythos?
No,
No,
I
not
didn't.
even.
Okay.
That's why it was so funny.
Right, I never heard of it either.
Not
so, like,
even.
I
When
didn't
people
think-
ask me, they're like, "Is that the real one?" I'm like,
No.
"I have no idea, bro."
Yeah.
I tell him it is. So
No.
Marie, can you tell us about? And I'm just going to be honest with you. I've done some research on your group, and I believe, if I'm correct, your first Bigfoot experience is what sparked you starting the Mid-Florida Bigfoot Research Group. Is that okay?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that first experience?
The first experience was over 7 years ago. And I had some friends who were into Bigfooting, and I was like, yeah, I've always been a paranormal investigator for like 30 years or so.
Okay.
And so
You would have liked the Opera House.
yes.
Okay.
So I've always done ghost hunting. I've always done, looking for UFOs and stuff like that. And some friends of mine were into Bigfoot. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So I went camping one night with about 15 people in the Ocala National Forest. It was the coldest night of the year. It was in January. And probably around 1:30 in the morning, we hear this loud, long, lengthy vocalization. And it was like not that far away, maybe a half a mile away. It was very loud, very long. It took something with incredible lung capacity in order to make that loud of a sound for that long.
And how big was the group you said?
There's about 15 of us.
15 of you. And were you all like camping? Like, how was it? So I'm an outdoors guy. I've gone camping. I've grown up in the Ocala National Forest. I've done camping and all that. Like, was it several tents set up? Was it one,
Yeah, it was primitive. It was a primitive area.
campsite?
We just
Okay.
picked a spot.
I got you. Okay.
Off of Forest Road 88 or 11, whatever it's called.
Okay.
There's a spot.
Yep.
We just picked
Pick
a
the
spot.
spot. Yep.
And we just set up our tents, and that was it. But we had a big campfire, and it was cold.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, my God.
Was there anybody
do
in your tent with
exist.
you? Was it or was it?
No, this
hey,
is
did y'all
before.
hear that?
No,
Or,
this is before I even had a team.
Oh, so
before
nobody
I
was
did-
even in the tent.
No,
Okay, I gotcha.
nothing. It was just
You
me
were all
and
by
my friends.
Okay, I gotcha.
So my friend Leroy was with me, and he heard it. I mean, we all heard it.
Yeah.
But we just like looked at each other like deer in the headlights, and we're like, "What was that?" And that's what got me hooked. I'm like, "Oh my God, they are real.
Mm-hmm.
I want to prove that they're real."
Gotcha.
So that's when I started going out all the time, and eventually started my own team, started the whole Facebook thing, and it's just,
Yeah,
gone
absolutely.
crazy. It's
And I-
just blossomed into this beautiful thing.
And you've got a great team.
Yes, great team.
I remember meeting Mike at Sasquatch Fest, and he was telling me. I mean, he was all excited as well. He was just giggly and all that kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He was ready
Yes.
to go, and he was like, "Yeah, we're going Sasquatch hunting right after this. We're going to go right at the Cal National Forest as soon as we're done here. We're going." And I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
So, I really want to talk about your team in a sense. I mean, there's a lot of members on there, right?
Yes. Mhm.
But they all have their own special part
Yes.
of the team
Yes.
that they specialize in. Like Mike's into sound, and you're very observative. But I want to know what or kind of how the research group goes. Determines where they're going, right? Is it phone calls that come your way or emails that come your way? Hey, we've been hearing something, the past couple of weeks. Would you mind come checking it out? Or is it just, you choose Ocala this weekend, just going on a hunch, or Brooksville next weekend because we're going on a hunch? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we just kind of, it depends on the time of year. We have certain places that we like to investigate. And so we just kind of like rotate. We just kind of like, okay, well, we haven't been to our gifting area in a while. We're going to go there this week. And then, okay, well, we haven't been this place in a while, this swamp. So we have our favorite places that we go to, and we make the rounds at those places. But then we also check out new places. We are out in the woods every single weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Typically, yes, in the swamps and woods.
Now, do you take outsiders with you, or you just...
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, if somebody wants to go and, we're able to do it. Like right now, this time of year, there's no way.
Yeah, nobody
We
wants to
don't
go.
even like to be out there, much less bring anybody with us.
Yeah.
And but when it cools off and anybody wants to go with us, sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I had to give me a flashlight.
Now, how would somebody would it be through your Facebook page, or is there a website email? I mean, I do know that the for our listeners out there, the website is midfloridabigfoot.com.
Yes.
You can go there, you can check it out. There's pictures galore. I've seen the teepees that are set up out
Yeah.
there, and the steps that you found, the footprints that you found. Most notably, is on your website, and I can't
Jennings.
remember which one it was.
Jennings in Jacksonville, the trackway.
The trackway that was,
trackway.
and it was about a quarter mile long,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
54-inch strides, 16-inch
Very
footprints.
good. You did your
Is
homework.
that your proudest experience?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We've had a couple other things, but that one was a huge find. It was just an incredible find.
I also found on the website that Florida is ranked number 3 in
Yes.
the country.
Yes.
So
Really?
for you to in the country for Bigfoot sightings.
Yes.
So
Reports.
I'm sorry.
Reports. Now, there's a zillion other people who've never made a report. Okay.
Fair enough.
But we're number 3 in the whole United States
Who
for
do
the
you call to
most
make those
report.
reports to?
Mid Florida Bigfoot
Okay, so it all
Research.
goes
Well,
to them.
Well, no, it's actually through the BFRO, the
Okay.
Bigfoot Research Organization.
I remember
They're
you
the
telling me
ones-
about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
that's the main database where anybody could go in, file a report. They'll assign a investigator to it who'll come out and check it out, or check out your facts and determine if it's legit or not. And if they feel it's legit or not, then they'll, count it as a encounter, a sighting, or whatever.
Okay.
So the Jennings thing,
Yes.
I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to, but I did. And I'm so glad I did.
And was it because of the drive, or what was the kind of what? Didn't know who it was, wasn't reliable source.
I don't know. Well, typically if you put something out there like on the BFRO, anybody can go out there and look up your information. Okay? Where you had your sighting at. So most researchers want to keep that thing private to themselves. They don't want the whole world going to that spot, you know? So most people are very secretive, you know, as far as researchers. So that's why I was like reluctant. I'm like, do I want to do this or not? But the fact that we don't live there, that's why I did it. And I'm like, okay, I don't live there. If I did live there, I probably would have never filed a report because I wouldn't want everybody going there.
Gotcha.
But the fact I don't live there, I live 3 hours away. Sure, you want to go check out Jacksonville Jennings, go for it. I'm cool with that.
So when when you showed up, somebody was there saying, "Here, this is what we found," and then you started doing more investigation, or was it something that you had actually?
I'm the one who found it.
You were the one that found it.
I found it.
So what was it? What was the reason for you going? Did somebody say they had saw?
No,
Bigfoot,
I knew nothing about the area. We knew nothing about the
Gotcha.
area. We were meeting a friend of ours, Mike Famelot. He's the one who picked Jennings State Forest.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we're friends with him. So he's like, hey, man, you guys want to come up and hang out for the weekend at Jennings? We're like, yeah, okay, sure. I don't know anything. We're going to go Bigfooting. I don't know anything about the place. Sure. So we
Now
got
I
there
understand.
Friday.
Okay,
So
I got
we got
you.
there
Yep.
Friday. And it had just lightly rained right before we got there. And at a lot of the state forests here in Florida, you cannot leave your campsite after sunset. Even though you're camping in the woods, they don't allow you to leave your campsite.
Gotcha.
Okay, and if they catch you, they can fine you.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Like $500 or something like that. So what happened was there was some volunteers, security people going around the campground, just checking. They just driving around. And we became friends with a couple of them. And they were like, do you guys want to go out? And we're like, huh? And they were like, yeah, we'll take you out. Cool. So it was night. It was probably around almost 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. They said, come on, let's go. All right. So we followed them. They took us to this spot. And they just like, okay, here, this is a cool spot. Go take a look, So everybody's kind of like standing around talking. It's dark. And I was getting kind of bored. I didn't want to just stand there and talk. I wanted to go look. And so there was the forest road was to my right and to my left. So I looked to the right, and it was boring. It just looked too open. I looked to the left. The forest road was very dark, creepy, with a canopy, that covered it.
Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
oak trees and all that. Yeah.
That's where I want to go. It's creepy. That's for me. So I start walking down the forest road, and it's sugar sand, but it had rained a little bit before we got there, and it looked like it had been tilled, so it was kind of like chewed up, chunky, not loose like regular sugar sand. So I'm walking along. I have a little flashlight, and I'm by myself. Everybody else was still by the trucks, and I'm walking with the flashlight, and I'm like, that looks like a print. Where's the other one? So I'm looking around. Oh, it's over there. That looks like a print. I'm like, wait a minute. So I call them over, Mike and them, and they came over, and I'm like, tell me what you think. And they're like, oh my God, that looks like prints. I'm like, exactly. So we were like, okay, where's the other footprint? So they were like, we started measuring. It was a 54-inch stride between each print. And the prints were 16 inches long.
Okay.
Almost 6 inches wide. But a 54-inch stride.
That's crazy.
Now, a normal human stride
Yeah.
is only like 2.5 feet. 2.5 feet, a normal step of a human.
Yeah.
Unless you're like me, it's 3 feet.
Yeah.
I'm a big old
But
boy.
not 54
Yeah,
inches.
Unless you're like me and it's only like a foot.
Yeah, right? With 54-inch stride, that's over 4 feet.
Yeah.
You know?
Mhm.
And so.
And that
but-
was covered on, what was it? I've got it here. Hold on now. The Bigfoot Times newsletter
Yes.
on the cover.
On the cover.
Yep.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So I have a question. Do Bigfoots normally hang in the same area? Like, not together, but I'm saying, like, normally where one sighting or one, you find evidence of one, do they normally hang around that same area, or do they migrate to different places?
Like
All right.
like wolves or
Well,
coyotes.
Let me. I'll finish. Let me finish telling the story.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
I'll
interrupt.
Answer that.
Okay.
Don't
my-
interrupt
my-
again,
my-
Malcolm.
My
Yeah,
bad.
man, come
my
on.
Messed it all up.
Bad. My bad.
You're on the Bigfoot stride. You just took a left-hand turn.
So, but it was dark. We couldn't really look anymore. So we're like, okay. Ruby stuck a couple sticks on the ground just so we could find them in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we go back to the campsite. And so Ruby and I were car camping. Our cars were probably at least 15 feet away from each other. So we were at one of the campsites in our cars. The next campsite over, Mike, Chris, and Mike's son were in tents. Okay?
Mhm.
So
I feel like this is the one you told me at Sasquatch Fest.
So what happened was I'm in the back of my car. I'm trying to sleep. Can't sleep at all. So I'm just laying there trying to fall asleep. And I start hearing boom, 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 boom. Something big and bipedal, heavy is walking alongside my car back and forth,
Uh-oh.
back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, I'm in denial, right? So I'm like, why is Ruby walking next to my car?
Yeah.
And why is she walking so heavy? I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And then it pushed my car. It pushed the back of my car where I was. It just pushed.
Geico ain't gonna like
And I
that.
was like, whoa. I'm like, oh, whoa. So then it disappeared, right?
Dang.
So it went down over. It may have messed with Ruby's car, but she was slapped, so she would have messed the whole thing. But it went down to the next campsite and walked around their tents because Mike and his son woke up with something big and bipedal walking around their tents.
Of course.
No.
So it walked along my car, pushed my car. Now remember, I'm the one who found the prints.
Mm-hmm.
Did it see me out there?
Could have.
Like, hey,
Quit looking.
So
Don't come back around here.
and my car was
What'd I
unlocked.
tell you, fool?
My car was unlocked. It could have opened my
Yeah.
car door,
Oh boy,
but it didn't.
that's scary.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. And so, but in the morning, found out that something walked around their tents, right? So then after breakfast, we go back to the site. Now it's daytime. Now we can see better. We're taking pictures. We're taking casts. And we followed the prints all the way to a creek
Oh, wow.
that was a 1/4 mile long.
Mm-hmm.
The distance
Yeah.
from where I found the first print
So where you...
to where it ended. That's as far as we could go was the creek.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, it jumped over the creek or went through the creek and continued on to the other side. But it was a very deep creek that we couldn't get through.
I have a
Yeah.
question
Sure.
for you. You had casts at Sasquatch Fest.
Yes,
Were some of those casts
Yes.
from that? Okay,
Okay.
I
yes,
gotcha.
two of them.
Two of them.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
A pair of them.
And how
were
many?
there.
How many did you have at that? There was at least 4 or 5, wasn't there?
What, casts?
Yeah. No.
No, we have probably about at least 10.
Oh yeah. I know. I'm sure.
least
I would
10.
imagine you had more, but
Yeah.
did you have 10 with
Yeah.
us? Okay, I
Yeah.
got you. I couldn't.
Yeah, they had
remember.
that whole
Yeah.
table.
I
on.
The whole
remembered
table.
I remembered all that. Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
So, Anyway, so we, took pictures, we did videos, we did every possible thing we could do. We did 3D scans of the prints. We measured all this stuff. And so, that was all that happened that weekend, but it was incredible.
Yeah,
it was an
absolutely.
absolute, for a researcher to find a trackway of prints,
Is that an
just-
adrenaline rush?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Gotta
Oh,
be.
yes. It is
Gotcha.
because it's like, oh, my God, this is what we're doing this
Yeah,
for.
absolutely.
This is
Mhm.
why.
Now, how long have you been doing it before that happened?
Let's see. That happened last year.
Okay.
This is
So-
like 6.5 years for
okay.
me since I
Okay.
started the group and stuff.
Wow.
So
This
we've
happened in
been
the middle of all the stuff we were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, last year. Last
Yeah.
last
Like
February.
it would have been right around
February 23rd, 2024.
Maybe Bigfoot was pissed because we didn't ask him to be in the film.
So I reported it to the BFRO,
Uh-huh.
Malcolm. Okay, so this is where it gets really cool, is that, there is a physician up in around Jacksonville. He's a member of the BFRO, Dr. Bob Stanton, and he is the one who contacted me, investigated everything that I told him. I gave him the GPS coordinates, everything.
Oh, wow.
And he investigated all of it. He measured it. It was exactly
Okay.
a quarter mile, just like we said.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, no, I think this is a legitimate experience.
Mm-hmm.
So he turned it over to Matt Moneymaker. Matt Moneymaker is the head of the BFRO. And Matt Moneymakers knows the history about that location. We knew nothing about that location. He said that area is known for Bigfoot that likes to harass campers at the campsites.
So he just hangs around.
And I was like, oh my God.
That's your
That's
answer. I gotcha.
exactly
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly
Wow.
what
Yeah.
happened to
so
us.
he stays in. That's. Remember, my aunt in Ohio was talking about where they go camping. There's a place that's
Yeah,
famous.
up by the
and-
damn bait shack.
No, it was a
No.
different place.
Okay.
But
The LBL,
I'm
the
not- I
land
can't-
between the legs.
I can't remember.
Or South Fork.
It's southeastern Ohio,
yeah.
and it might be South Fork.
It may be.
But they go RV camping there, and
Uh-huh.
there's Bigfoot stuff all over
Yes.
the place.
Mhm.
Yes.
so-
Absolutely.
Which would make sense, right? From what we're talking
Yeah.
about, that he sticks in one area.
But it was just really cool that Matt Moneymaker knew about that place
that
and
area.
we didn't. And it was exactly what had happened to me. So he posted on Facebook saying this is a legit, report. Marie Dumont and Company did an excellent job of documentation. Woohoo!
There you
So, that for him to give you a compliment like
Yeah,
that,
absolutely.
and to
It's a
say
big
that,
deal, something to be proud of.
we're
Yeah.
very proud
Yeah.
of that fact that we did everything that we could, and we got a great compliment from Matt Moneymaker, and he posted it himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that afterwards, I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I did that.
And you've been on hundreds. I mean, it's looking on the website. I mean, podcasts, interviews, projects, live streams, radio shows, public speaking events.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes.
Which one of those sticks out to you the
Oh,
most?
God. I don't know.
The Big
No.
Hammock movie. The
The
Big
big-
Hammock movie.
We
Big
did
Hammock
see
movie.
that we're on the list.
Being on
We
the-
did see where.
Being in the Big Hammock movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is a professional.
She is a professional.
Someone's coming back
And
for
I
the
got
sequel.
the hat.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
Thank you, Malcolm.
You're welcome.
Very cool. What's you go to events where you were just talking about this weekend in Ocala is the outdoor.
The
and
North Central
and
Florida Outdoor Expo.
Travis, we were talking before you got here because you were late, and
Yeah. Well.
the
Hurricane weather. Sorry.
it's free to get in that event,
Yeah.
and you guys didn't jump on that.
Yeah, we're in trouble. Travis.
Yeah, you guys are
Well,
in trouble.
It's not free to get a table.
Yes, it was.
Thank
They
you.
tried charging me $700.
No.
Yeah, I messed up.
I told
messed
him
up.
to email the
Oh.
organizer.
Oh.
She had,
Okay.
she had the hookup, bro.
I had the
dropped the ball.
hookup.
I dropped the. We're editing this out.
No. You were gonna put you on blast because I emailed everybody, set it up, and I get the email and I call them from work and I'm like, bro, I don't know how she got what
Travis.
she got.
No.
Travis, you and I have been hustling.
I know.
Hustling.
So now we
Move
can
on.
finally.
We got more questions to ask.
No, we ain't hustling. No, we can't just move on. No,
That's bullcrap.
bro.
So
bad. I dropped the ball.
now I will say this, Marie. Our episodes are a couple weeks behind. I think we've got there's a couple that are recorded that are still in the hopper. So by the time this event airs, this weekend's already going to be past.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the next event we need to invite our listeners to?
Oh boy. The next event for us, I don't think we have anything in September, but October is a very busy month because it's Halloween, right? That's when everybody wants Bigfoot and paranormal stuff. So we have, I think, 3 events in October.
Oh, nice.
Oh God, I can't remember.
Can't-
One of them is we're going to be Polk County Park and Recreation is doing some kind of Halloween thing for the first time this year. So they reached out to me and said, "Hey, we'd love for you to set up a table."
Okay.
And I'm not sure where that's at. I can't remember. We have the Rewild Camp Out event that we're going to be doing at the end of the month, end of October, Halloween weekend. Bob and I, my team, we went last year, and it's over at a beautiful camping area, Umatilla,
Okay.
Florida,
Okay, yeah,
Doe
yeah.
Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Doe Lake,
okay.
wonderful place to camp, and there was some big
Sightings.
Bigfoot stuff that happened there.
I've definitely heard out on Highway 98, Lake County.
Okay,
You-
you know that,
No,
Bob? No.
somebody told me that, and you know how there's Bigfoot enthusiasts all over the place, but there's one of the persons that lives there has got 3 Bigfoot silhouettes on their fence line. And I don't know for sure. I just heard it through the grapevine. Maybe one person said, "Oh yeah, they got Bigfoot out there." Because listen, I'm a producer of the Big Hammock. I played in the Big Hammock, so now everybody's a Bigfoot expert and telling you about all these places and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
People send me stickers.
Yeah,
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, so last year at that camp out at Umatilla, Doe Lake, there was a 9-year-old kid who, well, first of all, we presented. We did a presentation there last year. And so all the bushcrafters, it's a bushcrafting event is what it is, where you can go there, you can learn how to start fires and how you can, forage for food and all that good stuff, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful place. And so, but we were there because we were presenting, and then we just wanted to do some research in the area, right? And so team member Bob and Steve, they went out, I think, fishing. Were you guys fishing? Right, okay. And they found some incredible, cool bent trees that were twisted and bent down, and there was nothing there causing that to happen. It was really cool. But a 9-year-old kid, after seeing our presentation, he wanted to take a walk with his dad along the road. The kid finds like a 17-inch footprint right off the side of the road. And he also noticed that there was a young pine tree, probably about 8 feet tall, right by the road, that the top of it had been snapped and pulled off. You know how hard it is to snap something, a green tree? You know?
Yep.
It like takes some of the bark with it. It doesn't just snap.
Yeah.
It like pulls off. So something snapped this off and threw it in the road.
How high was it?
8 feet.
8 feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And So we're like, what's going on here? This kid, this 9-year-old kid who's never done this before, he got motivated by listening to us at the presentation, and he wanted to go look for Bigfoot, and he finds this print.
Beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck, finds this huge print. He finds this broken top of a pine tree in the road. And, Bob and Steve found that, fabulous bent arch trees. And it was like, wow.
Good spot.
Wow, great spot. Can't wait to go again.
And which is coming up in October.
Yeah, that's Halloween weekend.
So where's the easiest place for our listeners to find your events? Would that be the website or the Facebook page or?
The Facebook page is where I advertise upcoming events. There is, first week of October is the Florida Alligator Festival down in the Everglades.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
With David Sheely.
Okay.
And he used to be a member of my team. He's a skunk ape researcher as well.
Gotcha.
So in addition to doing the Alligator Festival, after that's over with, that night, we take people out for a skunk ape investigation. So that's what's going to happen the first weekend of October.
Okay.
It's a free thing. So if you go to the Alligator Festival, you can just stay late, go out with us, and we're going to go out in the Everglades and go take a walk.
We got to call up Drew.
Down a creepy trail.
We keep bringing up Drew. Drew was to the right of your tent. He had the raffle.
Okay.
He's a big fan of your work.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
Yes.
Big fan of your work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Great guy.
So, Miss Marie, what happened when you returned to the Jennings State?
Oh, yeah. So, so now, because of that wonderful event that happened to us, now we're going back yearly, the exact same weekend.
Okay.
So this past year, we went back there, and we filmed a documentary about the return to Jennings State Park.
That's cool.
And so we talked, we went to the same place. We looked for prints. We looked in the area to see what else was going on. And Bob found a couple prints, right? You found a print, right? Over by the creek. In the creek area.
So we love that kind of stuff, right? So is how long until the documentary's ready? Is it ready now, or when will it be ready? Or are we going to need a couple of years of footage, or what do we got going? We know that it takes a lot of stuff to put this stuff on.
It does. So we have 35 minutes of video.
Okay.
So it's a good.
So
little
probably
video.
going to need a couple of years to get that completed.
Yes.
And what's the
we
name
understand.
of it?
The search.
The search.
The search.
Nice.
Yes.
So be on the lookout, guys.
Yes.
For the search.
Very
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, so it was good to go back there again, and it was good to find that,
Was it
some
like
stuff.
high adrenaline rush driving back out there?
Oh,
knowing
it
that
was just like,
last time you was out there,
just
rocking
brought
the
back
car.
wonderful memories, and it's like, oh, I hope we find something again, something
Now,
cool
with
happens again.
With the documentary that you guys are filming, so nighttime and all that stuff, to go back to him walking back and forth and different stuff like that. You got night vision cameras and stuff that you set up? Okay.
Well, we had a film crew.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We had
Legit film crew.
a legit
Nice.
film crew.
I know a film crew.
We don't have night vision.
Yeah.
Good point.
So we went out daytime,
Ruined
nighttime.
Nice.
We had our,
Okay.
red flashlights, green flashlights, or whatever. But we did find some other interesting things. I walked off trail and found this arched tree that was wedged between two trees, and it was just really cool. I found this glyph, this square glyph, which was really weird because here on Saturday, there was 10 of us walking down that same forest road, exact same spot where I found those prints, right? We walked back and forth there that day at least 8 times. There was 10 of us, all right? And no one saw this thing. I walked back by myself because I was meeting Dr. Stanton with the BFRO. He wanted to come out and meet us.
Nice.
So it was like a reunion
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
So I'm walking back by myself and I'm trying to meet him. And I look over to the right as I'm walking and I'm like, wait a minute. What is that? What the heck? It was a 8-foot long rectangle glyph, which is like a structure on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
with 2 sticks running through the center of it. It was like 8 feet long,
Yeah.
it was right alongside the forest road where I found the prints. We didn't see it before.
Yeah.
How did it get there? And I'm like, whoa, this is really weird. So a lot of people who have seen that picture, because I don't know how,
Yeah.
nobody saw this, but I did. A lot of people say it looks like a map.
Mm-hmm.
Like something took the sticks and made
Bigfoot
a
GPS.
map. But something actually broke the sticks
Wow.
and made this shape on the ground. It was crazy.
You've got
So-
some great pictures on
Yeah.
the website.
So that one's on the website.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta go check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on there.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
on there. Footprints.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen all the footprints.
Footprints.
I mean, some of the structures really creative.
Yeah.
Those are the only things that really stick out when I can remember right now.
Oh, yeah,
the
there's a lot.
structures.
There's a lot of
how many
weird-
pictures do you think there's on the website?
Oh gosh, there's probably, I don't know, almost 100. Almost 100.
Yeah,
But
I
we
wouldn't doubt
find
it.
different things. We'll find, like, so because we're out there every weekend, right? You start to notice patterns
Yeah.
of things. And so, like, things happen certain times of the year. We have an app where we can capture things that we find, and it automatically will GPS it. So we can open up a map and we can see little dots of
Oh, okay.
everywhere that we have found something,
Yeah.
Nice.
right?
Okay.
You know?
Yep.
Heck yeah.
And so, but you start noticing patterns.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple years ago, we used to find asterisk designs on the ground. You know what an asterisk is? Like a star pattern made with sticks laying on the ground. We have found probably at least 8 of those.
Oh wow.
Okay. Lately, haven't found any at all. But now what we're finding are squares. Squares where there's something's taken 4
Think
sticks
it's got to do with
and
astrology?
making. I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know. And my friend Thomas Seawood, he is a native, he's a researcher in the Pacific Northwest. He's very knowledgeable about Sasquatches and stuff like that. So I showed him the picture of, there's this one spot outside of Tampa where this square structure is standing up between 2 trees. It happens every year. The swamp fills up with water, washes it away.
Then it gets
Next
rebuilt.
winter, something rebuilds it in the exact same 2 trees.
Oh wow.
There's thousands of cypress trees in a swamp.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands and thousands. So how does something rebuild something like that between the exact same 2 trees?
It's got
I
it sniffed out.
And I take photographs of everything, so I'm comparing last year's photo to this year's photo. I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is the exact same
Everything
trees.
identical.
How? How is that? But it's standing up. So I showed my friend Thomas.
Well, when you live out there year round, it's your stuff. You know, you gotta make the same thing happen over and
Right.
over again.
So
right?
I showed my friend Thomas that picture. I'm like, what do you think of this? I don't know what to think about this. And he was like, he says, to him, it may be a symbol of the clan.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You know, like the Scottish or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they have the clans, or the Irish have their shield,
Yep.
their family shield, their family crest.
Yep.
He thinks that's the sign of the clan that lives in that area. that they do this every single year in that exact same spot. And I'm like, wow, I never thought about that. But I don't know what it is. But lately, we've been finding squares all over the place. But no more asterisks. So what? Certain individuals like to make certain designs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be.
Right now,
We
they're
don't
going to
know.
be
Way of
squares.
communication.
It could be communication.
Yeah.
It could be the sign of a clan.
Okay.
You know? Don't know what it is. But
So I heard you had
it's
an
interesting.
experience in Washington State. You
oh,
wanna talk about
yes, yes. Washington State. Oh, my God. Just came back from that trip. I was.
Oh, this is recent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a month ago.
Okay.
Yes. I received a private invite to go to attend Beachfoot. Beachfoot
Okay.
has been a private invite-only event that has been put on for the past 18 years by Todd Neese. And he's a big researcher in the Pacific. He used to live in the Pacific Northwest. So this was his final year he was going to do it. He sent me an invite to go, which was a huge honor. He only allows 100 people to go to this event, and he personally invites what researchers he wants to go to this event.
Gotcha.
So he invited me. So Bob and
Congratulations.
Thank you. So Bob, yes, it was a huge honor. Bob and I went, had a wonderful time. That was in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we went to Mount Hood afterwards, had a great time, but we went to the Pacific Northwest, Olympic Peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
That is my number one bucket list
Nice.
thing, right?
Congrats.
Oh my God, it was a dream come true.
Nice.
As a Bigfoot researcher, right?
And I'm sure the weather was just.
Yes, it was lovely. It was cold, of course. We're Floridians. Everything's cold to us. And
but complete different landscape.
oh my
all
God,
that.
it was a lush, beautiful rainforest,
Oh, wow.
pristine water. It was just breathtaking.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Bob and I, we find this campground,
Mm-hmm.
gorgeous camping area. And so we set up our tent. There was a river that was alongside the campground, but we couldn't hear it from where we were. Just gorgeous. And so the first night was crazy because it was completely 100% silent. There was not an animal. There wasn't a bug. There wasn't a leaf falling. There was no vehicles. You couldn't hear nothing. Find out later, a friend of mine says, hey, bet you didn't know, that's the quietest place in the United States. And I'm like, what?
You got to experience
We
that.
experienced that. It was
Wow.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you think you've been in a quiet place? No. This was like you were in a void.
I've
Like-
got 4 kids. I forgot what a quiet place.
It was the craziest thing. And
Hey.
we're like, oh my God, we're whispering to each other. It's so quiet. Oh my God.
That's funny.
So the second night, though, totally different story. Totally. That was our absolute last night on our trip, right? So the
Bigfoot didn't want you there, did he?
Oh. So the last night,
Hope you got good car insurance.
we go back, we go to bed. It's 3-hour time difference. We're exhausted. We're going to bed when it's still light out, So, we're sleeping and something wakes me up. And I hear vocalizations. And I'm like, whoa. So they were short howls. Like, remember I said Ocala, I heard this long and lengthy howl vocalization. There, it was short. It was like, whoa, kind of thing. So I'm laying there. It woke me up. And I'm laying
Wake me
there,
up, too.
And I'm laying there.
I'd be out of there, bro.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I'm listening and I'm hearing it. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. This is Sasquatch. So I heard 5 of them before I woke up Bob. And I hit him and I'm like, wake up, listen. And he starts listening. So then what happened was sound vocalizations came from everywhere around us.
Oh, no.
Like on
Sounds like a scene out of Predator.
but not close, but it was like we were facing like we're laying in our tent, our feet are facing north, okay? So all the vocalizations were coming from the east side of the road and the west side of the road. But what was really cool about it, the first 5 that I heard, it was the same individual. Okay? After that, different individuals with different vocal tones. There was hoots and whoops and cooing sounds, and it was the most unbelievable thing, and it was coming from different directions. The last one was one that kind of sounded like a female because it was like a ooh, and made a long cooing sound, and that was the closest one, and it sounded like it was around the river.
So do you think it was a
Right by us.
community or mating season or what?
No, we think my impression of it was that was the leader, the alpha, calling out, trying to figure out where everybody's at. And then everybody's replying
Yeah.
from different directions, like answering back.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm over here, I'm over here.
And he knows
I'm
each
over
call.
Here. Yes.
There you
But
go.
they're all different voices. You know,
Yep.
my voice is different than your voice
Yeah.
and yours. And
Yep.
so that's the way it was. Different voices
Wow.
coming from all over. And it was all kinds of vocalizations. And I heard at least 12
Wow.
of them. He heard about 4 of them. But it was unbelievable. What a way to end our trip, right?
Right.
See ya.
That was awesome. So that was like around 1 a.m, a little after 1 a.m. It went on for about 40 minutes.
Wow.
This was going on.
Yeah.
It all stopped when a bunch of logging trucks went screaming down the highway. Everything went quiet. That was it for the night.
Oh, wow.
So it's like humans, shut
See ya.
down.
Done.
Done. And I looked at my clock at the time. It was 2:05 in the morning when it stopped.
So it went on for about an hour.
For about 40 minutes.
40 minutes. That's right. That's right.
About 45 minutes is how long it went on for. But, oh, my God, I'm just laying there just listening. It was amazing. It was an amazing thing.
Sounds like a fun time.
Oh, yes.
So Marie, I gotta tell you, I can't say enough. Thank you so much for sharing these stories with us.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, absolutely.
I've got a couple more questions
Yeah,
for
go
you.
ahead.
What did you think of the premiere turnout?
Oh, it was impressive. It was very impressive. The place was sold out, right?
Yeah.
It was.
People sitting in the aisleways.
Yeah, that was it was a big theater.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was very quality production. You know,
Nice.
you guys did a great job.
The thing
thank
you were telling us before the show that you've shared it with the team because they were part of the
Yes.
movie.
Yes, yes.
And
the movie.
they all keep saying the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It was more. I didn't expect it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not what we expected.
Not what we expected.
No, not at all.
And you.
We
you-
didn't know what to expect because all we were a part of was the Squatchtoberfest,
You
right?
just see
That's
the little
all we
festival
knew.
part.
Yeah.
That was all we knew about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
How
So,
come you didn't send them a script?
yeah.
No.
No.
Nope.
Nice.
Nope.
No,
Had
he
no
ju-
clue.
He just sent him an email.
Yeah, just send me an email. Hey, would you like to be a part of Squatchtoberfest? Yeah, sure. And didn't know what to expect. That's all we knew. So it was a great turnout.
Yeah,
I
it was.
thought for a
Oh, yeah.
premiere,
Yeah.
and I think everybody had a great time.
Yeah, it
I
passed
know
my
I
expectations.
did. I know we did. So
Did we make you proud?
Oh yeah,
All right.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
it was
you.
awesome. It's fun to always see yourself on the screen too,
Yeah.
right?
Especially that big of a screen.
Yeah, it was a big screen.
It was good though, but I got a kick out of listening to the fake stories,
Yeah.
you know.
You know, Marie, I wasn't going to bring it up, but I'm going to. All right. So I've caught a lot of flack on the
Why?
show because I'm a skeptic.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
that's
All right.
right.
So
That's right.
now here's the thing, Marie. I met you at Sasquatch Fest, and you know I was upfront about it with you, and I said, Marie, I don't think you're crazy. I admire what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I am interested, right? I'm a skeptic, right? And I've gotten flack from listeners. They, how can you be in a Bigfoot movie and not believe in Bigfoot and all this kind of stuff? But I myself, I still consider myself a Bigfoot enthusiast. I've been in a Bigfoot movie.
Right.
Anytime there's a documentary that comes out with Bigfoot stuff, I'm watching it. I find this stuff interesting,
Yes.
right? Can a skeptic still be a Bigfoot enthusiast? You can be.
She had to think too long.
Yeah,
No.
you can beat me up. The answer can be no, Marie. It's okay.
Well, you have to. I mean, the fact that you're wanting to watch this stuff, I don't think you're a skeptic. I mean, believe it or not.
Hey,
You're
listeners,
an outsider looking in.
the Bigfoot, the founder of Mid Florida Bigfoot Research Group said that I am an enthusiast. I am not a skeptic.
You're not a skeptic.
Thank you, Marie.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. I'd give you a hug right now if we weren't in the middle of this podcast. You just redeemed me.
Because you're interested enough in it, and I'm, believe it or not, I'm very skeptical when I'm out there. Mm-hmm. It's like,
Nice.
yeah, I'm not going to be one of the first ones to say, oh, there's a Bigfoot over there. I see a black shadow. Well, come on, you're in the woods. There's lots of black shadows out there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So people tend to believe what they want, they tend to believe what they want to believe.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to see a Bigfoot and they see a black shadow, well, of course, that's the first thing they say. Oh, I saw a Bigfoot. No, it was a shadow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always very skeptical about stuff. If I see something, I'm going to go to it and debunk it. I'm not just going to say, oh, I saw a Bigfoot. Because I know some other researchers who will, oh, I see something weird over there. I'm like, come on, okay, let's go take a look. No, I'm going to wait till I get home and look it out on the big computer screen. What?
But you're there.
You're there.
Yeah.
Why aren't you going up there? What are you afraid of?
Yeah.
That it's not a Bigfoot?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. You should be always debunking.
Mm-hmm.
You should be skeptical when you're looking at evidence or what you think is evidence.
And I think you just made it clear because I'm sure most of our listeners aren't Bigfoot enthusiasts.
Probably not.
But
right.
you just basically put it out there and made it clear that not every Bigfoot researcher is calling every little thing they see evidence of Bigfoot.
Right.
Like you're basically you're like a mechanic, right? You're gonna diagnose the problem. You're gonna troubleshoot everything that it's not. Like, okay, there's 5 different things that noise could be.
Absolutely.
Let's make sure it's not those 5 things before we give credit to it being a Sasquatch.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, because
I can
that black
definitely
thing
respect
may
that.
be a bear
Yeah.
Right.
and not a Bigfoot.
Right.
Or maybe it is a Bigfoot and you think it's a bear. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Go investigate it before you sit there and just proclaim it was a Bigfoot. No.
Yeah.
What did you do how do you know it was a Bigfoot? Did you go up to it? No. I just looked at it on my computer screen. Well, then you don't have anything.
Did you measure the stride?
Yeah, you should always try to investigate and try to debunk things.
Yeah.
Now, I find a bunch of stuff. I'm a creative, artistic person, so the squares and asterisks and stuff like that stand out to me because that looks like something not of that nature would automatically do.
Yeah.
Right.
Just drop sticks and just happen
Yeah,
to
no.
create a specific design year after year after year. No, it doesn't happen that way. But you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because we're going out there so much. all the time that we're familiar with our areas.
Yep.
And so we'll notice when something's new, something's changed.
Yep.
But we do everything we can, I do, to try and debunk things before I even declare.
That's a great approach.
Yeah. So for example, in Oregon, behind our cabin in Oregon at Beachfoot, there was a stream. And in the morning, Bob and I walked down there just to take a look around the area, and I found a footprint, very deep, very narrow, 2.5 inches wide by about 14 inches long.
Oh, wow.
Very strange, very deep.
It's an odd shape, right?
Very odd, very odd. And so there was that one print, but right next to it was some other ones, but they were kind of like overlapped each other. Bob took a picture from above of the print. That cluster of prints looks like one gigantic print. When you look at the photograph,
Okay.
it looks like a giant 24-inch footprint.
Gotcha.
But when you look at it closer, then you can see it's a hodgepodge of just other little prints. It just so happens to be in that shape.
Gotcha.
But when you look at that picture, like, whoa, oh my God, I hit the Holy Grail, right? But, I had to debunk that.
Yeah.
Because some people are looking at it, they're like, oh my God, you got that. Look at that print you found. No, that's not
24-foot print. That's something special right there.
That's a mixture of little prints on top of each other. It just happened to be that shape.
Wow.
So, Bob could show you that picture.
I wanna see it.
Yeah, it's really cool. But I wasn't going to publish that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't publish
Yeah.
that on Facebook or anything
Gotcha.
because I know what it was.
You don't want to be
Even
misleading.
Even though the
It's
picture,
already a tough enough avenue as it is. So why are
Absolutely.
you going to help the cause?
No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I am not about hoaxing.
Yeah.
I am 100% all about trying to prove that they do exist in Florida. In order to help protect them. Right?
Number 3 in the nation.
Yeah,
There you
number
go.
3 in the nation.
It's something else
so-
for Florida to be happy
Yeah.
about. It
Right.
happened in Florida. Florida man,
Florida
whatever
man.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Bigfoot around here,
Skunk apes.
Skunk
too.
ape, yeah.
And skunk apes. So,
So is there a difference?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna back you up on that, Marie.
Come
the
on,
skunk
what do you
ape,
know?
the skunk
Come
ape
on,
is
Zach.
smaller, right? If you look at Florida deer,
Look at you.
Look
if you
at
look
you,
at Florida deer,
Mr. Skeptic.
Florida deer are smaller than they are the rest of the country.
You did all this
The skunk
research, so
ape-
you ain't gonna get a
The
bad
skunk
comment.
ape is a smaller cousin
Yes.
of Bigfoot.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, Mr. Skeptic. Whoa.
I'm gonna tip my hat.
I think he's been listening to a podcast of mine.
No.
He went down that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
No, Marie, I'll be honest with you. I did listen to a podcast, but I wasn't that one. I don't remember. So
Yeah, but no, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
There's a rule called Bergman's rule.
Okay.
So that goes with the deer. Large animals, the closer you get to the equator, the smaller they get.
Okay.
Okay. So just think of bears. Okay. A bear in Tennessee is big. You come further south,
Well,
Ocala, bear, skinny.
Yeah.
They're just not beefy. They're just thin
Kinda
and
like
blah,
a deer
blah,
and
blah.
different stuff.
The deer
Yeah.
are bigger up north. The further south you go, like Key West, they're like small dogs. They just get smaller because they can't handle because of the heat
Yeah.
and the humidity.
Yep.
Nothing big and muscular can handle being in that kind of environment with the heat and humidity.
Yep.
So they have to be smaller.
Yep.
So the skunk apes are smaller. There does seem to be a distinct difference between the two, and that's based upon reports that we have heard or we have read, where the skunk apes, they're thin, very aggressive, less hairy, 4 toes instead of 5 toes.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And Bigfoots, and they're typically south of the Tampa area. So Tampa is like in the middle. It's like right in the middle of the state, it cut the half.
Yep.
But once you get down to Mayaca, which is Sarasota,
Yep.
so Mayaca all the way down to the Everglades, those tend to be more skunk ape reports.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Tampa north is Bigfoot reports, which is the bigger, 6 to 8 feet tall, a little more chunkier,
A little more girth.
Yeah.
more girth, 5 toes, not 4 toes. The Bigfoots seem to make structures and glyphs and things. Skunk apes don't.
They're just going to find it. They're just going to find whatever.
Would that be more like a kind of like the skunk ape would be more like the Neanderthal version, and Bigfoot's a little more?
Yeah, the other way around.
Oh, okay.
The other
Really?
way around.
Okay.
Yeah. So the skunk apes seem to be more like primates.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And like I said, they don't seem to make.
They don't care.
They don't make teepee structures. They don't.
They ain't trying to fool you. They're trying to get you. All right?
Do they speak the same language? Does the Bigfoots and the skunk apes speak the same language?
They're similar because I know in the Everglades I've heard gibberish, which sounds like Mandarin. It's just like 2 of them talking to each other, and it's not like it's not barred owls, but you can hear it. Sounds like couples arguing or something, just talking. And people have heard that with Bigfoot, like the Sierra sounds and stuff like that. So maybe the sounds are similar, but what they do is totally different from one another.
Their behaviors are different.
Very, very different.
Wow.
And they're
Opposite.
usually, the skunk apes are like 5 to 7 feet tall.
Yep.
And the typical Bigfoots are 6 to 8, 9 feet tall.
Okay.
So how
In our area.
how close was the Lobo the Hobo's Bigfoot call in the movie? How close was it to being legit?
Oh, it wasn't bad. Yeah, he did a good job.
Nice.
It was a good job.
Oh,
Stop, bro. Just ask the question again. Ask the question again. He did 2 calls, though.
Did he?
Yeah, there was outside of Warden Wayne's truck where he's like, okay. But then there was the
I don't remember what
the
he
news interview when he can you do it real quick?
the mating call.
The
did.
mating call.
Yeah.
Do the mating call.
I can't do it.
Come on.
You put me on the
Come
spot.
on.
No,
You
we
ain't
have
Hollywood.
legit
Mating
Bigfoot
call.
researcher here, bro. There's no way. I probably couldn't even do it exactly.
Do you
how I did
remember
it.
that part? Do you
No,
no?
I don't.
Oh
No,
man, I wish
don't.
we had it on the screen right now because it's funny as all get out.
You should have studied the Sierra sounds or
Oh
something.
my
or
goodness,
the-
he was funny in that character though. It's
Yeah.
crazy. He's the same guy.
Oh,
right
he was
now.
my favorite. He
Oh
was my
my
favorite
goodness.
in
Like
there.
Warden Wayne.
He was so funny.
Uh-huh.
We were laughing over
Yeah.
him. He was entertaining.
Bob
He's
is
trying to
back
get
there
it up.
with Malcolm hanging out, and he was talking about how he laughed throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
you
right.
know,
Good deal.
And
which
it
is what
was
we were
Lobo.
after.
Lobo the Hobo, we loved
yeah,
him.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, I don't know anything else to say other than, again, Marie, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about people liking and subscribing and what it would be like to be a part of this from the beginning when we were just doing a little YouTube studio podcast type thing. Again, Marie, been with us from the start, from an email from Malcolm, wondering what the heck's going on, but we're going. And
We're going.
going to the premiere, coming and supporting us on the podcast.
Yeah.
I hope that this is something, along the way when it takes off, you look back on this and it's like, I helped these guys.
Absolutely.
Because that's exactly
Oh, no.
what you did with
Yes.
us, is you helped us.
And I'll
we
always
showed-
help you guys.
We-
So if you ever
awesome.
need anything, of course,
we
Thank
thank
you.
you
I'm
so
always
much.
here for you guys.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, listeners, Marie Dumont, Mid-Florida Bigfoot Research Group. Check her out on Facebook. Go to the website, midfloridabigfoot.com. Check out any updates. Like, share, subscribe on our stuff. What are you waiting on?
Yeah.
Get on the... Hey, look, it's as simple as this. You go to your phone, you swipe up, go to left, click, bighammock.com, get your tickets, Blu-rays. I don't know what else to say. Buy our stuff, y'all. Bighammock.com. One word, the bighammock.com. Tighten up. See y'all later.
And that's how a professional fades out.